Teen Titans Rebirth issue 1, Benjamin Percy writing, John Boy Myers on art. Now, first of all, I want to know what Benjamin Percy's doing. Like, what souls he's sacrificing to
Mhm.
consistently get great artists across all of his books right now.
He's one of Jeff Johns' chosen ones.
Because it's
So
now, admittedly, with this one, it's probably going to have the same artist ongoing because it's only once per month. But
yeah.
Green Arrow's had 3 artists, and all 3 of them have been great. Different, but all fantastic. And
Yeah.
then art in this also great. So
Well, even the art throughout Percy's original Green Arrow run in the New 52 was good to great. So yeah, he must just be a good writer to work with from an artist point of view.
it must be. He keeps getting them. So
But the art here, all throughout, is very consistent. Considering you're working with 4 different characters, all very different personalities too.
yeah, it because basically what this issue is it goes through of the 5 members of the team. We go through 4 of them, like
Mm.
sort of giving just a little, just if you don't know any of the characters, it gives you a little bit of who they are in each
Yep,
one, sets who they are
just a
up,
little taste.
and each one ends with them being abducted by some, and we know who it is.
Yeah, we know. At first, I got confused a little bit, just because of stuff that was happening in other books,
All right,
and then I remembered the concept of the book.
you were thinking Mr. Oz was showing up in.
Some, when you got a staff and a cloak,
Okay.
things are a little afoot. But then I remembered what the premise of this book
Yeah.
was, what they told us at WonderCon, and it clicked.
So of course, Damian Wayne is collecting the other 4 Titans. The other 4 being Kid
Beast Boy.
Flash, Beast Boy, Starfire, and Raven.
Yep.
So he kidnaps them throughout the whole issue, and each of them gets their own little, 4 page, 5 page, little story, just where they are now. And I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun little introduction to these characters. I don't know how you felt.
Yeah, no, I liked it a lot. I almost prefer Kid Flash here to the way Williamson writes him.
I feel like
Um,
that might just it may be like John Kent, where this
yeah.
book's set after a couple of arcs in the Flash, so he's not,
hmm
this is where he gets to after,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, because he's established as Kid Flash here, and I just like the way how he talks about how he tries to deal with the Speed Force in the city, and he pushes himself, and before he knows it, he's cycling back around. You know,
Yeah,
I thought that was a pretty cool concept because when you watch it on Flash and you see him running through the city, you don't get that first person. You know what I mean?
Do you,
Description of it.
I don't know if it was in this book or Flash. Forgive me, because
Mhm.
obviously with Flash he's in both books.
Yeah,
Was this the
I
one
know.
where there's 2 road workers paving the road again because the speedsters have torn it up?
Yes.
Was that this
Yep.
one? Right, yeah, I like that little touch. That was a nice. I love the idea
Yeah.
that this is a whole industry in Central City because the Flash and
Yep.
Kid Flash are all running about. So
Well, and then they have all the multiple speedsters too. They kind of hint on. They're back when it was just Flash and a couple others, it was fine, but now you got all
true.
these other
Yeah,
ones running around.
yeah.
You know,
That's a nice little
and the
reference.
one guy is like, "Oh yeah, good thing for job security." So, but yeah, that was in this one. I also to call it Teen Titans, I felt like some of the characters are a little bit older.
Yeah, here's the main problem. I say problem, but here's the main conflict that I saw with calling this Teen Titans. Starfire, which it would be fine if they de-age Starfire with the other ones, that'd be fine.
Hmm.
But they actually say in this book that she's had a relationship with Dick Grayson
Yep.
and that they were a thing. And I'm like, well,
Hmm.
but Dick's grown up, and in is this implying that Dick was having Starfire as a girlfriend when she was 13 and he was
Yeah.
18? Like what?
Not cool, Dick.
Yeah,
Not
not
a
cool.
not a good move. That might
But
work in the circus, but not in the city.
but that aside, though, I didn't really have any issue. I just thought that was a bit weird because I was like, wait a minute, I'm starting to think about
Yeah.
these ages now. But
Well,
uh,
because this is a very classic team from even on the show, you substitute some of the other characters we have, and they're all roughly about the same age. Especially when you're dealing with Beast Boy and Starfire and Raven. Just in my head, they're all supposed to be around the same age. And then even Beast Boy, he's having this major party, and the way that he's talking tells me he's probably closer to 20
yeah, because
than
he's drinking
teens.
alcohol and he's trying to get laid. basically.
Yeah.
Which, by the
And that's
way,
like,
that whole segment was really fun. Like him
yeah.
turning out of the cat, so she'll pet him, and then
Yep.
scaring her off because he does a Jaws moment in the pool because he turns
Yep.
into a shark. That was really fun stuff.
Well, and it also shows his immaturity because he thought the Jaws joke would be hilarious.
To be
You
fair,
know?
I thought it was hilarious, but
Well,
that's just
yeah,
me.
but like when you're with a lady, that's probably not the thing you do. You know?
It depends. If she has good taste in movies, she might appreciate it.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
you're in a swimming pool, and he's already shown her that he can turn into animals. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not that much of a stretch to think that this is
Yeah.
just him.
that's true. And he's also green.
He's also
Like,
green, yeah. It's a green
I've never
shark.
seen a green shark in my life. But yeah, nice little introductions, and even the Raven feels different than the Raven that we read last week, which is good because that's kind of a bridge series. So we'll see where she ends up.
Yeah.
Um,
I think my favourite stuff was Damien's little comments at the end of each one where,
Yeah.
you know, he gets to the end of Starfire's bit when he's captured her, because he's lured her in by making some random guy make it look like he's kidnapping a kid. And after he, like, you know, captures, he's like, you know, that was surprisingly easy, you know, and the way that
Yep.
Damien would say. And then, you know, when he captures Raven, he's like, you should be the most powerful if you weren't so... I don't even know what the word he uses, but it's like...
Well, he basically caught up on her dad, which
Yeah.
that was the one scene that got me. Was she's in a museum, and was she just seeing her dad's essence there with Trigon, or was that stuff that Damien had planted? Like,
I don't know, because I felt like he just capitalized afterwards, but maybe he did do something. I don't know,
because he has that creature with him, which I'm
Yeah.
assuming picks up from the Omega stuff when he returned.
yeah, he's got that big monster at the end when we finally
Yeah.
reveal that it's him at the end, and you know
Right.
they're all tied up, all you know,
Magna forced up,
yeah.
you know.
So
But
no,
yeah,
really fun spirited book, and I can't wait to see how these characters interact. Which is my one criticism, I suppose, is that this didn't have them interacting because it was all separate, and then
Yeah.
you know. But I think as a Rebirth issue before the issue 1, this actually works really well. Although I still think it's just the issue 1 of the series, though. Like I feel like
yeah. The other company would do point ones, you know, and I feel like this is a point one prelude, kinda like prologue. Because I feel if you didn't read this, and though I mean, judging from Green Arrow, which I'm gonna base it against because it's Percy's other Rebirth that acted like an issue 1. I feel like you might not have to have read this, and then by the time 1 starts, it can just fill in.
See, you say that, but I actually think it'd be really weird if you pick up issue 1 of Teen Titans and they're all captured by Damien already. Like,
That's true.
you know, it's a bit weird. Like, I feel like this is the first part of the story, so they kind of have to, because presumably
Yeah.
the first arc will be them eventually agreeing to actually be a team.
Yeah.
You know, so
Right.